On this episode of Death by Bungee, I'm going to do a quick update on the review that I did a couple years ago, I think now, on the Ameristep Doghouse blind. It's a beautiful spring day here in northeastern Pennsylvania. I got the blinds out because I am hunting spring gobbler. It's that time of year, and I've had this little blind set up here, right here. It's working great, and I thought Genevieve and I come down here and set up a couple of other blinds this afternoon. We've got a couple more in the Ranger over there, as you can see, and we're going to set those up this afternoon. She is right now going around picking up Trout Lily. I had posted this on the Facebook page if you're interested in that kind of thing, and on the Facebook page, there's a lot of wild edibles out this time of year that I like to gather up if I can and just enjoy some of them. Really enjoy that stuff. So if you're into that, check out the Facebook page. While she's doing that, I figured I'd talk about this Ameristep Doghouse blind, and now that I've used them for a couple of seasons now, through both spring gobbler and in the deer seasons, I figured I'd do like a little video on them, talk about what I like, what I don't like, and that way you can judge for yourself whether the Ameristep Doghouse blind is the appropriate product for you. I had really hoped to go mobile for spring gobbler season this year and be able to hunt from the ground, move from space to space, and I actually bought one of those Cabela's vests, the turkey hunting vests that has a back built into it. I bought one of those because I thought that would help me do that, and I thought, oh, that'll be great. And I was going to use just mouth calls, all that sort of thing. It did not work out for me. I just don't have the patience or the ability to sit still all that long, so I need a blind. I need someplace where I can be enclosed. These work out great for you. And I really like the Ameristep Doghouse blind because it's got that full window in the front where you can sort of get in there and with your crossbow. I have a pretty good sized crossbow, and the ability to move around and still have a clean shot without hitting the walls of the blind is pretty important to me. And that, without having to worry about shooting through that window, having the camera pointing out one window and the crossbow pointing out a different window, that's just a problem with more of the older style blinds. So I like that full front window. I really do like that. A couple of minor things that I don't like about this blind. The first is it's only good for one person. You can't get away really with two people in a blind like this. These blinds are a little bit too tight for two people. For me to be in there with the crossbow, my crossbow, again, it takes up quite a bit of space in there. That plus the tripod for the camera takes up quite a bit of space, and there's a lot of room left over for somebody else. So it's really a one-person thing, especially if you're filming your hunts or anything like that. That's one thing to keep in mind. That's not really a complaint. It's not really fair to complain about that because it's a pop-up blind, and I think to make it a two-man blind, and it's a lot. That's expecting an awful lot to have a two-man blind that's a pop-up blind. It's pretty appropriate for what it is, being as portable as it is. Durability, pretty good too. It's held up now for 2 seasons. I don't have too many problems with them, but the zippers do tend to wear out. Now that, again, I don't know if it's a fair criticism of this blind because every blind I've ever owned has had problem with the zippers over a period of time. These ones in particular, though, they're hard to get started again, hard to get working again, and I've got one that's just about disabled. I probably won't be able to use it again next year. I've got it so one of the zippers works so it'll zip down and I can close the door, but the other door just doesn't work. This one this morning when I set up, had a problem with it. Couldn't get the zipper closed, had to restart the zipper and all that. So the zippers, they're a little bit finicky. One problem with these blinds is definitely the stakes, though. I've broken a couple of them over time and I've replaced them. Now these broken ones here are not the originals, but the originals, both of the originals in this one broke. One, I think I had some problems with snow pressure, the weight of the snow. That broke some of my rods, and these are the rods that hold up the inside of the blind. Snow broke some of them, and then some of them just broke when I was taking them down. I forgot to take them out when I collapsed the blind. They just snapped in pieces. So you got to be real careful with that. Another minor thing about it, I suppose it's a minor complaint, is but they have the logo in blue, and I'm not sure why Ameristep chose to have a blue logo on their blind. Blue is the least appropriate color for hunting gear. I think red, orange, green, anything would be a better color. Blue just stands out, and deer can see blue, and turkeys can see blue. Every animal can see blue, so it just kind of stands out. I'm going to throw some camouflage tape over that. If this blind lasts another season, that probably wouldn't be a bad idea. In the end, I do like these blinds. I think I'll buy more of them. I bought one of them as a Christmas present for my nephew, and I have invested in them for that purpose. I think I'll invest in a couple more probably to have here and replace them. They're only like I think I bought them on sale for $69 or something. You really can't complain in the long run in the end because it's not a bad price for what it is, and it's lasted me now. It's on its third year now. This would be the second spring I've had it, but this fall will be the third. hunting season that I've had it. But for the most part, I have no real complaints. These things are, I set them up with, I got a bench inside, the tripod inside, I'm good to go. And I sure was happy the other morning when I was out here and it was raining. That was perfect. It was great to be able to sit in there and get that done. So, all things considered, I still like my Ameristep Doghouse blind for anybody interested. And thanks for watching this video. Subscribe to Death by Bungee if you're into hunting and outdoors and all that fun stuff. And until next time, all hail Bungee. I had hoped to really go mobile this year. That was the plan. We were gonna gnats are landing on the lens.